Happy Sunday, y'all. It's Bonnie Rigsby, the Eternal Gypsy, and I'm here today to help share some education. I'm going to have weekly blogs. This is the first of my weekly blog on Sundays. This one is entitled, What Are Chakras? So each week I'm going to be bringing to you a piece of education or just some knowledge to share. Some weeks the videos will be longer than others, just depending on the topic at hand. But today I wanted to just kind of start with how energy works and just a little bit of background information on that. If you enjoy the video, please share. Become one of my YouTube subscribers so we can build that network and everyone will be notified when the videos are up. We are also on Facebook and Instagram, as well as raising funds on GoFundMe for a client space for us to be able to help heal the hearts and souls of people who need it. So thank you for all of that. Thank you for being here today. The fact that you're here today means that you want to learn something new. I personally love to learn. So when I have knowledge to share, I'm happy to share it with those who have an open mind and would like to kind of just tap into some bits and pieces that maybe you're not aware of. I do encourage you after the video to do your own exploration, check things out. You know, the internet is a wealth of knowledge. There are many light workers out there sharing similar information to try to get this message out to the world. So feel free, do your thing. Please make sure you're giving me feedback. I want to know how I can make things better. I want to know what your thoughts are. If you have ideas for future blogs and things like that, please reach out. And my website is letyoursoulbreathe.com. So check that out if you want a little bit more information. I will have a text version of my blog posted there today, so feel free to check that out as well. But this is just going to be a little snippet, just so you can kind of learn a little bit new information. And just know, because I'm committed to getting this right, I'm always going to have notes. So if I have to refer to my notes, thank you in advance for allowing me to do that. I am human, and there's only but so much I can hold in this head of mine, with so much going on in the world, as you know. So anyway, let's dive in. What are chakras? Chakras are very exciting once you really pick up and learn that we're all made of it. So I want to start with a question, just kind of a curious question. What are we made of, us humans? You know, what do we consist of? So it's going to kind of sound like an anatomy lesson at first, but I want to kind of get the point across of all the things that make us unique. And I'm going to leave some things out, but this is just kind of the basics. So we are made of up to 60% water. So our bodies are up to 60% water. That's a lot, y'all. We have tons of blood. So to put it into perspective, we're about 1.5 gallons of milk worth of blood constantly circulating through our body. It's a big deal. We are heart, we are soul, we are spirit. We have 78 organs. We have 11 organ systems, things like the respiratory system, circulatory, endocrine system, which is key for chakra energy. So we're made of all of these things, but what else are we made of? Energy. We are made of energy. Now, there are scientists out there who will buck the word chakra. They may not want to use that word, and that's totally cool. I honor their choice. I honor the knowledge that they have. But they have confirmed years ago that we are all made of energy at the molecular level. If you think about it, back in high school, we learned about atoms and electrons and how they spin and create energy. It's the same thing, y'all. It's just called something different. So it's okay if someone's not ready to use the word chakras. That's totally cool. Everybody is where they are, and I honor where you are. But it's funny, in my head, I think of my granddaddy who used to say, oh, they're just splitting hairs, which you're calling it chakras or you're not calling it chakras. It's the same thing. It's energy. So know that we are made of it, every one of us. All living things on the earth have this vibrational energy. It is our life force. It is our power station. And believe it or not, it's not just human beings that have this energy. rocks, plants, we all have it. It's just different levels depending on the vibrational level or the complexity of the being as to how the chakras will work. But we all are made of energy. Now, another thing where I have to get this out is there are folks who are afraid of it, and not just because, science may be a little bit more scared of it because it seems spiritual or something like that. A lot of people are worried about it being against their religion. I have a certain view. I certainly honor where everyone's views are. But in my opinion, it's not against a religion. It's not about a religion. This is about who we are. The God source who created us infused us all with tools that we can use to help us. It's our spiritual GPS system, so to speak. It helps us stay in tune with when we're having rough times and reminding us to clear it out. They're tools that we're not all currently using. Thus, the emotional state that we're in right now. If you don't clear out all the piled up emotions over the years, it's just going to keep festering, y'all. It's overflowing. We have to realize, number one, no matter what our religion is, no matter who we are, what our background is, where we came from, we all are infused with layers of energy. And that energy is the driving force behind our emotions and our systems. And yes, in the medical world, obviously I'm not a doctor. I am saying in the medical world that I am aware of, obviously there are tons of systems, that run our bodies. The one thing that's not typically recognized in the medical world is the energy systems. Now, that's becoming more recognized. It's becoming more supported. Doctors recently, for the first time, have acknowledged that they're realizing when it comes to the state of disease and the state of trauma in the medical field, a lot of it is first an emotional issue. And that issue, when it's unchecked, uncleared for a period of time, can grow into this beast, this cancer, these different ailments and diseases in our society. So, because we know that, we need to find a way to tap into it. So, let's talk a little bit about chakras themselves. In the Hindu scriptures, the word chakra was born. And so it's very big in the Hindu culture, and it's kind of where it came from. So I'm a big study of all types of religions because I believe that there's truth in all kinds of pieces and parts. As long as they're about love and being kind to others, I'm going to explore it and check it out, y'all, because there's so many treasures out there. If we really open our minds and our hearts to learning new ways of doing things, we might be able to actually take ourselves out of this misery. You just have to be open-minded enough to do so. Okay, I'm going to check my notes, because like I said, all right, so chakras. So there are 7 chakras, 7 main chakras. There are a total of 114 in the human body, but we're going to focus on 7 today because those are the primaries. Those are the ones that you're going to hear of most often. You will notice kind of behind me on the wall, you'll see my beautiful yoga-esque lady with the chakras, the rainbow chakras coming upward. It is huge. If we understand that these 7 systems can be balanced and make our lives better, we're in a better place. We can do better work in the world. So I'm going to show you a visual here. I laminated one, but I thought it might be a little glarish for you, so I'm going to hold this one up for you. Okay, so we're going to start with our root chakra, which is down here where the red is. The root chakra is going to be very helpful for grounding and making you feel secure in the world. If, for example, you feel fearful or upset about something, your root chakra is affected because that's what grounds you to the earth. So it's making you feel secure, making you feel grounded. All right. And excuse me, I have to move it so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so then we have the sacral chakra, which is right here. The sacral chakra is about the lower abdomen area, the lower back. And then you have the solar plexus, which is the yellow here represented. So this is the navel area, so right where your belly button is. And this is a big area of life force. So, if you think about a baby in the womb with their mother, it's fed through that life force. So it very much fits with that. Our heart chakra, one of my faves. That's represented by the color green. And these chakras, just so you know, they're like spinning wheels of energy. The name chakra actually means energy wheel, or wheel of energy in Hindu. So it's something where there is energy in that particular spot. It rotates in a vortex-like fashion to help keep us stable, balanced, and grounded, and to help send energy signals throughout our body systems to help when we're going through a fight or flight, or if we're going through a rough time. It helps send signals. So the next one is going to be the throat chakra. So this is represented in blue here. The throat chakra, if it is blocked or misaligned, sometimes it's because, say, we have things we want to say and we're withholding them, or we're scared to say them. It's all about communication, so it's important to keep that clear. The third eye chakra is a little miscolored on this chart, but it's usually like an indigo color, like a fuchsia-esque purple. And when your third eye is open, you have the ability to kind of see the spiritual aspects of yourself. And then last but not least is the crown chakra. And this visual is going to be up on my website. I know it's a little hard to see on the video, but just know that it's on the website for you to really look at. So the crown chakra is here. It's at the top of the head. And that connects us to our divine source, God, Spirit, the Creator, the one who put us here to have these wonderful experiences and lessons. So there's the basics of the actual chakras. I'll put it up there for a moment just for you to kind of see real quick. The Sanskrit names in Hindu are there as well, because again, I'm all about honoring the cultures in which things are created and making sure that we keep our minds open to exploring different ways of doing things. Okay, so when you saw that chart, one thing that may jump out at you, and I know it did to me, is all the color. And I love color, so it's right up my alley. But if you look at the chart on the website, you will find, if you look from the bottom up, from the root on up, the colors of the chakra are actually the colors of the rainbow. So if you go back to school again, you remember, or some may remember of a certain age, Roy G. Biv. So it was an acronym that was used to help us remember the colors of the rainbow, the beautiful rainbow. So the chakras actually spell out Roy G. Biv from the root on up. So I don't believe in coincidences in life. I believe everything has meaning and purpose. Why in the world would we have systems like that mirror the rainbow? I mean, what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful mirror of a human. If you ever stare outside at a rainbow in awe, it's majestic, it's magical, it's so beautiful, it takes your breath. And then we have a mirrored image of those systems in our bodies, in our energy systems. Each color vibrates at a certain frequency. So scientists can tell you all about that. That is real deal stuff. And each color vibrates at a certain level. So we have the same energy in us as this beautiful rainbow. So see yourself in that mirror, honor it, and take care of those chakras. Again, they're spiritual GPS tools. They're there for you to use. These areas of the body actually hold emotional traumas, really tough experiences that we've been through that we haven't completely flushed yet. I love to use that word because it really fits when you have all this stuff on you. You just need to flush it, just like you would your commode. So we have ways of clearing that out. There are some things that you can do today, every day, little things, to raise your vibrational level on your own. When you raise your vibrational levels, you help to clear those blockages. You open your mind, heart, soul, and spirit to be able to receive healing from the man upstairs. So just know that raising your level is pretty important. Little things. Eating healthy organic foods, so important. Taking care of the vessel that we have. Drinking lots of water. We're mostly made of water, y'all. We need it. We have to hydrate ourselves. And as someone who lives in the desert, let me tell you, power of hydration is huge in your health and how you feel and how you can operate in the world. Being kind to others, random acts of kindness, being kind to your neighbor, listening to people, not judging people, just keeping your positivity flowing. It's huge in the world of spirit. It keeps your levels raised so that you can do, again, the best work. So, no, you can do those things. Meditation, that's another huge one. Chill out, relax. We all need to chill. It helps us because when we relax, we have a chance to kind of clear out some of the junk. Let's think of it this way. If you have a mechanic for your car, let's say you never maintain your car ever, and then you bring it to the mechanic. Whoosh. The mechanic is probably not going to be happy. I mean, he might make a lot of money, but boy, does he have a job ahead of him. Clearing out all this gunk that's been a whole lifetime because we didn't manage our car to get us from A to Z. The chakras work in a similar fashion. So if our chakras are blocked and not aligned or balanced, then we are going to have trouble digging in, tapping into the real good core of ourselves and what we are here to do to create in the world and love and create positivity. So we need to clear out the background noise. Some of that background noise lives in our chakras from years of putting it there. So let's clear it the heck out, be done with it, and then let's receive in what we're really supposed to do and help with that. So I hope that helps you.